Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we are going to talk about the single arm suitcase deadlift. The suitcase deadlift is called a suitcase deadlift because you're going to hold a kettlebell on one side of your body, or a dumbbell or a barbell, but we're going to talk about it with a kettlebell, like you were holding a suitcase. This is an excellent way to get a lot of core development in a small amount of time, because by holding a heavy weight on one side of your body is being pulled over. The abs on the opposite side from the weight contract just to hold you upright. As you get up and down, your core changes shape inside your body to stabilize your spine. It is a very, very simple exercise, but it is an easy way to get a lot out of training in a small amount of time with relatively light weights. With our suitcase deadlift, we are going to point our feet straight ahead because that is the way we walk. We do not need to turn out for this exercise. We do not need to turn out for most kettlebell exercises. We're going to have our feet shoulder width apart. We're going to step up to our bell and our foot will be pointed straight ahead. If the kettlebell is contacting our foot at the midpoint, we're doing it generally correct. The idea here is to keep our shoulders straight as we track down the body and keep our heels flat on the ground. If we find ourselves twisting to one side or raising a shoulder, we're not yet doing the exercise as correct as we could. Two arms reach down, shoulders level, track down, grab your kettlebell, stand all the way up. Keep your shoulders level. Don't let the kettlebell pull you down. Contract the abs on the opposite side of the body to keep your shoulders level. Reach down with that other hand to activate the lat that's not loaded. Track all the way down, stand all the way up. Squeeze the glutes at the top, track all the way down, stand all the way up. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Just like you're picking up a suitcase when you're walking through the airport, all the way down, track all the way up, all the way down, track all the way up. When you are done, track down, set your kettlebell down. You are not done until the bell is back on the ground. Often people get hurt on the last rep because they decide they're done and then they put it down weird. Don't put it down weird. Do an equal number on both sides. When you have finished one side, step back, step up to the other side, point your feet straight ahead, shoulder width apart, drive both shoulders down, especially the one that's not going to be loaded. To activate that lat, it helps you square your body up. Stand all the way up, squeeze your glutes at the top, touch the weight down, stand up. If you don't finish your legs, you're not going to get the full benefit of the exercise. Lock the legs, drive the knees back, heels down. Eyes look straight out in the distance, shoulder to square, drive the opposite shoulder down. Track down, touch, stand up, touch, stand up, touch, stand up. Squeeze your glutes at the top of every single rep. If your glutes are not fired, you are not getting the total benefit of the exercise. Track all the way down. When you are done, stand all the way up. In the beginning, people do a couple of things that compromise their structure, which keep them from getting the full benefit of the exercise. Number one, they turn out, they roll their ankles in, and that causes their knees to collapse in. You always hear, "My feet don't point straight ahead." Untrue. It's just that most people's muscles have developed with their feet turning out. They will step up to the bell, they will go down, their knees will collapse in, and their knee will not be directly over their ankle. If your arches are collapsing in and at the bottom of the movement your knees are in, you are not going to get what you need out of the exercise. Look at your feet. Put your heels directly behind. When you go down, do not let the knees collapse. Keep them driven out for the weight on the outside edge of the foot. Track down. Stand all the way up. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Straighten your legs all the way out. The second thing you will hear is, "My legs don't straighten all the way out." Also untrue. People are mostly just adapted to living in the modern world, which means that they are very good at the seated position. Drive the knees back. That will help you tuck your tailbone underneath to squeeze your glutes all the way down. This tends to be a higher rep exercise, say 10 to 20 sets of say 3 to 5. We tend to use this exercise a lot for deconditioned people because when people are deconditioned, getting them back up to standing is important. If you cannot point your feet straight ahead, lock your legs, squeeze your glutes, and drive your rib cage down and keep your shoulders level, it is hard to do a lot of more advanced athletic training. This exercise emphasizes standing up in a functional way. Your starting weight should be whatever you can keep square shoulders with. If your target weight is 24, probably don't start with 24. For the ladies, probably start in the 8K range. For the gentlemen, probably start in about the 16K range. That tends to be fairly good for most people. The most important thing is structure. Straight legs, feet point straight ahead, shoulders level. If your body is rolling, figure out how to stand up straighter. The weight to check in a bag for most airlines is 50 pounds. That means that your target weight is 50 pounds. If you're checking an overweight bag on most airlines, it tends to be about 70 pounds. That is the weight of a 32 kilogram kettlebell. So think a 24K kettlebell is about 50 pounds, it's 52 pounds or so, and a 32 kilogram kettlebell is 70 pounds. Your target weight for this exercise is as heavy as a suitcase that you travel with personally. You would do multiple sets. You would do 5, step to the other side, do 5, take a break, add more sets to it. Oftentimes this is combined with some other type of exercise like an overhead press, which also emphasizes standing, or a shield cast, which emphasizes rotation around the vertical axis of the spine. This exercise eventually gets hooked into other exercises as well. It can become suitcase deadlift, center deadlift, clean, and you can build an infinite amount of patterns with kettlebells because you can swing the weight nearly infinitely. That means you can take this one exercise, plug it into your 6 basics of kettlebelling, squat, press, Turkish get up, swing, clean, and snatch. Add this one more exercise in as a number 7, suitcase deadlift, and now you can expand how many combinations you can create with kettlebells almost forever.